Sorry, we're out of Christmas cookies. You were not the first one to think of the idea to get up late at night to snack on them. Oh, you're not here to snack? You're also here to just enjoy the silence of Christmas Eve after everyone else has gone to bed? I see. Well, since we're both here, how about I tell you a story? Our story takes place on a Christmas not unlike today. Our story will take us not far away. Every engine around liked Christmas a lot. But Nicholas, who lived in Highland Valley, did not. Nicholas hated Christmas, the whole Christmas season. Now, please don't ask why. No one quite knows the reason. It could be his cab wasn't bolted just right. It could be, perhaps, his bogies were too tight. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that he was a mean, unlikable engine who always harassed the other engines for their opinions, and this always put him on Santa's naughty list.
Go to Camp Lejeune and work for the USAX Railroad in South.
What? Whatever the reason, his wheels are brake shoes. He idled on Christmas Eve, hating the other units, staring down from his shed with a diesel-fumed frown at the warm lighted headlights below in their town. For he knew every train down in the rail yards beneath was busy now, hanging a mistletoe wreath.
And they're hanging their stockings.
He oiled with a sneer.
Tomorrow is Christmas, it's practically here.
Then he growled, his non-existent fingers nervously drumming.
I must find some way to stop Christmas from coming.
For tomorrow, he knew, all the engines and those the railroad employs would start up bright and early. They'd rush for their toys. And then, oh, the noise. Oh, the noise. Noise, noise, noise. That's one thing he hated. The noise. Noise, noise, noise. Then the engines, young and old, would refuel to a feast. And they'd feast. And they'd feast. And they'd feast. 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 They would feast on diesel fuel and rare hot dog treats, which was something Nicholas couldn't stand in the least. And then they'd do something he liked least of all. Every train down in Akka, the tall and the small, would park close together with their e-bells ringing. They'd couple right up. And the engines start singing.
Santa baby, just slip a sable under the tree for me.
Been an awful good girl.
Santa baby,
They'd sing.
so hurry down the chimney tonight.
And they'd
Santa
sing.
baby, a 54
And they'd sing.
convertible. Like
Sing.
I'll wait up
Sing.
for you, dear
Sing.
Santa baby, so hurry down the chimney.
And the more Nicholas thought of the yard's Christmasing, the more Nicholas thought,
I must stop this whole thing. Why, for 42 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Christmas from coming, but how?
Then he got an idea. An awful idea. Nicholas got a wonderful, awful idea.
I know just what to do.
Nicholas laughed in his throat. And he made a quick Santa Claus ad rap sponsored by Coke. And he chuckled and clucked.
What a great, mean trick. With this livery wrap, I look just like Saint Nick. All I need is a reindeer.
Nicholas looked around. But since reindeer are scarce, there was none to be found. Did that stop the old engine? No, Nicholas simply said,
If I can't find a reindeer, I'll use my girlfriend instead.
So he called his girl, Anna. Then he took some red thread. And he slapped a red Mars light on top of her head. Then he took some boxcars and some old empty flats on a ramshackle train, and he hitched up like that. Then Nicholas said,
Gid up.
And the train started down toward the yards where the good engines lay a snooze in their town. All their windows were dark. Quiet snow filled the air. All the trains were all dreaming sweet dreams without care. When he came to the first little track on the square,
This is stop number 1.
the old EMD hissed, And he entered their office with the kind of grabby claw that you find at a Dave and Buster's prize room, and it's the only thing you can afford with your game points in his fist. Then he reached down the chimney. A rather tight pinch. But, if Santa could do it, then so could old Nick. He got stuck only once, for a moment or two. Then he stuck his grabber arm out of the fireplace flue, where the good engine's stockings all hung in a row.
These stockings
He grinned.
are the first things to go.
Then he idled and slunk, with a smile most unpleasant, around the whole room, and he took every present. Pop guns. And bicycles. Real guns. Drums. Checkerboards. Tricycles. The Thomas and Friends Thomas and Nia cargo delivery playset. And plums. And he stuffed them in bags. Then Nicholas, very nimbly, stuffed all the bags, one by one, up the chimney. Then he slunk to the refueling pump. He took the engine's feast. He took the diesel fuel. He took the hot dog meat. He cleaned out that reefer car as quick as a flash. Why, that Nicholas even put in its place a plate of succotash. Then he stuffed all the food into a boxcar with glee.
And now,
Grinned Nicholas.
I will stuff up the tree.
And Nicholas grabbed the tree, and he started to shove, when he heard a small sound like the coo of a dove. He looked right ahead, and he saw a P-42. Little Amtrak Lily, who was suspicious of that old Dash 2. Nicholas had been caught by this keen Amtrak engine, who'd left from her shed at the noise from the kitchen. She stared at Nicholas and said,
Santa Claus, why? Why are you taking our Christmas tree? Why?
But you know, that Nicholas was so smart and so slick, he thought up a lie, and he thought it up quick.
Why, my sweet little tot.
The fake Santa Claus lied.
An ornament on this tree disrespects the Marine Corps. So I am taking it home to my workshop, do a door. I'll change it up there, then I'll bring it back here, with more.
And his fib got nowhere. Then she lit her ditch lights. In front of her stood her ex-boyfriend, a great surprise. And when young Lily screamed, he felt quite a huff. She blew her horn loudly and yelled,
Dora, Nicholas is taking our stuff. He's right here in front of the office.
Oh shoot.
Screwface. Good luck, Nicholas.
What did you say, Lily? Something about coaches being hard to shove?
Jordan, Nicholas took our Christmas decorations and just getting away.
Well, isn't it obvious? Chase after him, you two.
Shoot, 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 shoot. No, 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 no.
Nicholas, why are you stealing our Christmas decorations?
What's it matter to you, Anna? Your Christmas party sucked anyway.
Because Dora paid for this debt with her own money.
And there are some hot dogs I was craving for tomorrow in there.
What?
He cannot get away with this. Quick, back up.
Oh, it's useless, Jordan. He will already be long gone by the time we get back up to speed. Knowing him, I bet we'll catch up without speeding after him. Watch.
Haha, that should have taken care of them.
You really think we're going to catch up with him at this speed?
Watch.
Highland Valley, here I come.
Lily, you're making a mistake. You really think we'll catch up to him?
Watch.
Haha, I got away with it. That'll show those idiots what Christmas is all about.
Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas.
Santa?
Pretending to be me? I remember from my history someone did that, and what happened to them? They got cold. But you've been the worst engine ever this year, so I got you a little more. Enjoy. Ho ho ho. Merry Christmas, Nicholas. You have been a very naughty boy.
Well, shoot.
Lily, this isn't funny.
Look. Well, it looks like we found it.
Wow, Lily, you were right.
Nicholas, what happened? I thought you were trying to run from us.
Santa derailed me.
Ha 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 ha.
ha. Good one, Nicholas.
I mean it.
Yeah, sure. Well, if you don't mind, we'll be taking these. We'll be back in a few hours with Dora. Merry Christmas, Nicholas.
I hope Santa got you coal.
And he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded angry. It couldn't be so, but it was angry. Very. He stared back down south. Nicholas popped his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every train down in Akka, the tall and the small, was glaring at him, engines, conductors, and all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came, and with it came grounding, putting his sorry face to shame. And Nicholas, with his wheels ice cold in the snow, sat angrily crying.
How could it be so?
Then Nicholas thought of something he hadn't before.
Maybe Christmas.
He thought.
Isn't that bad at all? Maybe Christmas, perhaps, is bad because I have an ego that's 10 stories tall.
And what happened then? Well, in Highland Valley they say that Nicholas quickly brushed off that idea and blamed everyone else for his problems that day. And the minute his fuel tank didn't feel quite so tight, he was lifted back onto the rails in the bright morning light. He watched Lily bring back the toys and the food for the feast. And he himself. Nicholas got the present. That was the very least.
Sweet. It's not Seaborn.
I got coal.
And that's the story of how Nicholas stole Christmas. Think it's all a myth? No, it happened just this morning. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Except Nicholas, of course.